Hey, what's up, card fighters? I'm back here with another KHEIOS locals match. So it is literally the pinnacle of the meta, or I guess because it went worlds, pinnacle of the meta. This is YOUTHBERK versus KHEIOS, and the first match. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The first, like, if you want to get to the good stuff, get to the second match. Like the first, I'm actually gonna like speed through this even more because like the first match is like just such a wash for like both players. Like we both like literally like bricked, and I'm not even joking when I say like both players here bricked for game one. But this is gonna be very funny to watch. I am actually playing against Andrew Kondrick that recently did go to Worlds, so shout out to you, buddy. I know he bounces around Florida a lot, so you see him pop up here and there at a few Florida locals. Just gonna see him swing, checks a draw trigger, I damage check a heal trigger, and he's just reading all my cards because he's never played against KHEIOS before. We're gonna go ahead and do the grade 1 skill, which we do get a grade 3 KHEIOS into Soul, so that ups our KHEIOS count for the order card at least. So I go ahead and call a grade 1 Makani out just to try and rush. I was debating using the order card, but it just didn't really make much sense here. So I go ahead and just attack for 10. I get a draw trigger, and then attack for 28, which is just a 15 to block. He chooses to call nothing here, which I don't know what that top three was. I really couldn't see it from this angle, but I'm guessing it was probably like a combination of triggers and perfect guards. And he whiffs again on the Schneisel search. So he attacks the rear guard, and then he attacks my Vanguard. I do get a heal trigger, which resolves. Pitch. We soul charge another KHEIOS, which, like, we call it out because everything else is just like a really good name to have in Soul. So we just call out the KHEIOS as an attacker, but we really don't have much to do this turn. Like I said, we bricked. Like we were down bad this game. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we couldn't even get to like 8 different names in Soul on this turn. Because like we're literally like soul charging 4 names here. Like we're soul charging 2 names here. Like the amount of doubles that we got in this game was actually insane. And then I have Makani in hand, but like I'm looking at my soul and I'm like, wow, I literally just have like two. Like I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I have like 7. I'm literally missing like 1 name if I'm not mistaken. Because like I was like, well, I don't have it. I need 2 to pass as my Vanguard. I get double swirler. I swing 21. The other, I think I swung at the rear guard because like I was thinking like damage denying him is just like really important in this juncture because I'm slowed down to whereas I can't let him catch up too much. So he doesn't use ride line. He's just calling a Sequana and swing. Gets double Tempest. And he goes into Tempest. He gets a grade 2 and a 0, which I have neither of those on board. So he does crit me here, which like hurts. But we don't really have much to do here. Like I said, we just have to use our Vanguard's effect and pray, which we got an OT, which we're adding the OT to hand. The PG is gonna go into Soul, and then we're gonna call out the Makani. But this really isn't like a sexy turn by like any means. Especially since like everything here is like super vanilla. I do believe I call out the swirler I didn't pitch here. Oh, did I have 3 swirlers in hand? So those 2 back row swirlers are gonna get a 5. I swing for 13 here. I'm nowhere close. Like I'm nowhere close to 13. I have like barely 8, I believe 9 if I'm not mistaken, in different names in Soul. But I am gonna get the double restand, which at least helps like cut down that large hand he has. Go ahead and swing for 21 here. We're gonna give the 10k to the 21k column, turns into 31k column. Oh, we get a crit, so we're gonna give crit to Vanguard and then give power to the other column. So now it's 36. So this is 31, and the other column's 36. Now go ahead and pass turn. I don't believe our hand is quite sexy here, but he really doesn't do anything sexy here either, to be honest. Like I said, this game was like pretty down bad for both participants. So he go ahead, he whiffs for the third time this match, and he just vanilla swings at my Vanguard. Do I PG here or do I OT? No, I perfect guard here just in case. And then this is hilarious. So he gets a grade 3 and a grade 2. He swings, I OT the pass, he checks the OT. Can't make this game up, guys. This game is actually like AIDS. I'm not even joking. So, I do have access to double Makani again, but we're gonna head and soul charge. Go ahead and put Makani in soul. Get grade 3 Makani. Do I? I don't think I have 13. No, I don't think I have 13 here. I believe this is what kills me because my deck count is so low to whereas like he doesn't have enough pressure to kill me next turn, but he can't kill me next turn, but like I just deck out because like I went through my deck too much here. I don't think I should have gone for the Vanguard ability, but I think I was just low key looking for some defense. So 13, 13, swing Vanguard, or maybe I do have the 13 in soul. And this is another reason why I took draw triggers out the deck, was just because like the draw triggers are actually what killed me in this game. I no, I think he does actually kill me here because like I was like I could like guard everything and survive, but like I just die anyway, or maybe I scoop. I don't remember, to be honest. All I know is like win or lose, like deck out. Like I was gonna lose to deck out. Yeah, and I tried to one to pass his Vanguard, but he got the one to pass. But like again, like that was a very unsexy game, people. Like a very unsexy game for both participants. Like we were just laughing and talking about it. Like man, like I'll let you see your shit if you let me see my shit. But we're going on to game two here, and like game two is actually where like some pretty interesting stuff happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow down the play down a little bit. So it was like this match where I figured out that I have like a real it's like a 4 card combo, which I didn't even realize because like you need like 3 soul chargers. You need 3 soul charges, so I'm not mistaken, on turn two to have like 8 different names by turn two to use the order, and you have to have grade 3 Makani and Soul to call out the Makani to get the restand on turn two. But you guys will see it when it happens. It's kind of hard to explain because like it's a little bit convoluted, or at least for me right now. We go ahead and take this attack. We get a draw trigger, which is really nice. We draw into the order, which I do believe I had another one in hand, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, we pitch Persona Ride. So we get 2 names off of our soul. So this helps us. This is what lets us do the Makani restand plays on turn two, which basically take him like from 0 to 4. We soul charge a grade 3 Makani here. We currently have 6 names in soul. We have 7 different names in soul just off of the red line and the 2 rearguard Makanis. We have 8 names in soul. And now we're going to use the order here. I'm going to top 5 search. We only have 2 different names, so we can KHEIOS's, so we can only grab 2. But I grab the grade 1 Makani and I grab KHEIOS. Because I do believe we have a second copy of the order in hand, if I'm not mistaken. And I was just like going over it in my head, like making sure like I did the count right. I was reading Makani. I'm like, I could do this on turn two. I could do this on turn two. So we're gonna shove those into Soul. Then we're gonna call out the Grade 3 Makani. Obviously, he's gonna get the 10k. And I'm just like double checking because like again, this is the first time like I used this combo, so I didn't even realize that I could do this. Swing for 23, he takes it. Swing for 18, he takes it. And then swing for 31, he takes it, and that's like that literally put him from 0 to 4. We have a PG, we have a Makani, and I forget what we drove check, but we'll see it. We'll see it. He pitches a Persona Rad here. Top 3 search, he adds it back to hand. He's debating on whether or not to call it, but it was just more beneficial to call it because it's an interceptor. So it's just added shield since he is already at 4 damage. But I do believe he checks a heal here, which brings him back down to 3. Oh no, never mind. Maybe it's a defensive heal, but there was like a heal somewhere. And we were talking after the match. He was telling me how maybe I shouldn't have taken one of the damages. But again, going over my hand, it was a PG and a Makani. So at the end, I could have, and I believe I drew into another perfect guard. I could have perfect guarded one of the attacks, stayed at 2 damage, and then like just ditch what I rode with. But I wouldn't be able to use my Vanguard skill. I think just double Makani here would just win the game. Not win the game, but just put me in a commanding lead, even though I would be on like significantly less cards. But just because of the value of the PG is what made me just keep it in the end. So we're gonna put the Makani in Soul, get the Grade 3 Makani. We're gonna hard call the Grade 3 Makani, and there's really not much to do here, but just swing. So 13, 13, and then this is 21, and we'll give the 5k there, so that column's 28, and then the other column's 31. Well, I guess now they're 38 and 41, which he gets 2 defensives, which they still hit though. But I believe they're both like just 15k shields at this point, because that's 38. Or 10k shield, it's 10k shield. Then Makani is going to Soul, and that's the end of the turn. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was this turn where he just like started to stabilize, and he basically just like out attritioned me for the victory because like I was on just so few cards. Like all I had was like the rush. He adds the Tempest to his hand, calls out the Tempest. He's going to swing for 21. No, 23. He's swinging for 23 here. I elect to guard this attack. Yeah, I guarded it, and I intercepted with the card from the back row with its ability, and it gets 5k shield if I 8 or 80 names. I elected to do that because I was just scared at double crit in this point, which kind of lost me. This is like what loses me the game here, because the way I chose to guard, because I was scared of double crit. If I would have just had one more card in hand, I believe I would have won on this turn, if I'm not mistaken. But because... Or maybe I'm thinking about next turn. No, yes, no, it's exactly this turn because I drew into the overtrigger. So I drew into the overtrigger here. Or wait, was it this turn? Well, we're gonna see what that card in hand is right now. So like I'll tell you if like we drew into the overtrigger or not. Come on, dude. Show me the card. Okay. Yes, it was indeed the OT that we drove into. So we should have just taken one of the Vanguard swings, and because the OT would have given us an extra card, we would have had an extra booster here. Or like it we needed like one extra card, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I did have the did I have the 13? Yeah, I did have the 13 cards in Soul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, do I? We'll see. We'll see right now. This is obviously a vanilla 13, which is easy to guard. Vanilla 13, and then I swing. No, I didn't. I have 18, and I give the power there. Yeah, I needed one more card because the way his hand was. I literally just needed one more card on board to finish the game. So I swing 33 with a crit. He perfect guards, and then again, that's just like a very easy guard there. Hindsight, maybe I should have given the power on the other column, and maybe that would have also clutched me the game. He told me he didn't draw into a heal trigger, but you know, it's literally curtains from here. Like there's really nothing I could do. I can't block these attacks, and that's the end of the game. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. I did lose this one, but it was just like it was a very interesting match for me, just because I was learning like so many different things about the deck in that moment, and we even like me and Andrew like brainstormed on like some different possibilities. He told me like what he felt like I really didn't need in the deck, and I was like, oh, all right. So I tried some things. I took some things out, but definitely we're gonna show that deck profile in the future. I might run up with the deck again at locals, depends or not. But don't forget, we're also selling our channel mat, the mat that you see on screen right now. We're selling that mat. It's 25 USD plus shipping handling fees. And yeah, we're even outside the US as well. You would just have to pay the little bit extra for the shipping and handling fees. But we accept Cash App, PayPal. So just DM me on Facebook Messenger. If you don't have Facebook, you could also reach me at our Gmail. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Once again, guys, later.